Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Nendoroid Overwatch D.Va Classic Skin Edition. My first Overwatch Nendo review. I have another one, but this is the first one I actually did on camera. Yeah, it's D.Va, the character from the game. And of course she comes in this box. It's a typical Nendo box, kind of the smaller side. I've noticed it's starting to move over to this smaller box, which is good. Yeah, you can see, you can see stuff in there. D.Va on there. Her in one of her poses. Number 847. Top, you see D.Va in another pose. More poses. Still more poses. Another pose even on the back. And even more stuff on the back. Plus a bunch of stuff in Japanese that I cannot read. So symbol box. White and pink. And of course, well, D.Va the figure. Yeah, like I said, this is my second Overwatch Nendo, and the interesting is Overwatch Nendos are a little different from other Nendos. I'll get to that in a little bit, but yeah, of course, it's a typical Nendo stuff: big head, little body. It comes with a stand, which simple stuff there. And yeah, you can see there, it's D.Va. She's got her little face. I don't know, the face things, tattoos, paint, whatever. See, really nicely clicked out face tampos and everything. She's got a little headphones with the antenna on them. Silver, yellow, pink. You also see the little pink bits on the band. Her little, I guess, what would you call that? Suit thing. You got all the blues and pinks and blacks and whites. Mostly nicely picked out. You even got a little bunny logo. A couple things on mine. There's some sloppy paint on the pink lines down here on the legs, I noticed. I'm sure all this picking up on camera, but let's see if you can see some of that sloppy, some sloppy paint down there on the legs, but yeah. Yeah, but it's a nice little Nendo, actually. Of course, just the little hexagonal thing. They even added little green bits right here on the back side, right there, picked out in paint, which is nice. She also has a decent amount of posability. Again, this is where the Overwatch Nendo seem to be different from the others. But she has, head on the ball joint, so you can look up, left and right, a little up and down, a little tiny bit of waggle. She also has a little extra joint here for her hair, so you can actually have the hair moving side to side, so you can have like windswept hair like this, which is pretty neat. She got shoulder joints, forward and back, outward even. Actually, a little pin disc, which is different. She has elbows. This is where it's different. Most Nendos, I noticed, do not have elbow joints, but she has a little elbow hinge. It wrist can, of course, swivel because of the peg system. She's got a little ball joint right here in the middle, mid-torso ball joint, so lots of stuff there, turning up and down, which is nice. Little hip joints, forward and back, outward a little bit, although it's slowly unseating itself as it do so, I believe. Yeah. And then knees. Again, this is another thing. Knees. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Mecha. The little Mecha logo right there on the hip. Yep, see that? Mecha. Yeah. The knees and everything. So, yeah, and there's also, you can twist the leg too. So, yeah, it's actually kind of crazy how much posability she has. Again, this is just a weird thing that Overwatch Nendos seem to have that other Nendos just don't. So it's interesting that they have this little extra posability, I guess, just so you can do game poses. But of course, because it is a Nendo, she also has a ton of accessories. And those are, she has two faces. A winking face, which is good for her selfie pose, and a very happy face. She has these two hands, which these can actually come together to form the little heart thing she does. See that? She has her little selfie camera, cell phone. I can actually zoom in a little bit because these are tiny. Yeah, she has her little phone, so she can take selfies, and the little victory or peace sign, depending on what you want to say it is. She has 2 hands, which can grips for the gun, which just slots right in. Little pink and black gun, nicely picked out, for when she's out of the mech. So there's an extra little joint thing here. That comes with like every Nendo. She has this thing, which is actually a bubble for, bubble gun. And actually this goes under the head on the neck joint to go over. I'll show that in a little bit. And, well, because they know their fan base, she has, well, chips in the soda, which, well, they can't actually call them Doritos and Mountain Dew, but they're supposed to, it's probably obvious they're going to be, represent Doritos and Mountain Dew. She has those hands. And she has final 2 accessories. A little version of her mecha in default colors. Not a whole lot of paint there, but, at least the cockpit's picked out and the wings are picked out and feet and gun tips. Otherwise, no real other detail. Nice thing is also, but the little arms can swivel. There's a waist swivel, and the legs can go move forward and back. So that's a bit nice. Although the only problem is they have a tendency to unseat themselves when you move them too much. Be careful. She has a little booster jets, and this thing also comes with a little tiny stand for itself, so you can plug it in and put it on the little Nendo stand if you want. So it can stand up on its own pretty well, but just so you can. And also there's the other thing which came with it, which is the instructions, both in English and Japanese. Tells you all the parts that come with it and how to use some of them. Not all of them though. Some of them it didn't explain this thing. I was like, what the heck is this when I first got it? And it's bubble gum. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, gonna get this out of the way. Put it back there. There we go. Yeah, swapping stuff once again is Nendo, so really easy. Easy swap stuff. Faces, pretty simple. Headphones come with the front part of the hair, but yeah. You got different faces. Slot in, just easy stuff there. This is nice and tight. Let's see which hand side I use. Oh. Should have actually shown this off first. Right. Pop the head off if you want to put the gum on. Because it completely hides the mouth when you do it right, it can, kind of changes stuff. So now you don't see the smile anymore. So it kind of changes the look. Although the only problem is with this on, the head doesn't sit as well, so it's really easy to slowly loosen. It'll just kind of move off to the side of their head, come off. That's the only problem with the gum accessory. Again, hands just pop off. Although it's easy to accidentally pop the whole forearm off with the hand because these are so tiny. Yeah, they pop on. But it's not a huge deal because it's just a simple peg, so just pop it back on if it comes off. No big deal. There, now she's got her gun. And of course, I gotta finish it off with this because it's all pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. Do certain hands for specific poses and whatnot. Not really much else. Like the heart hands are just for that heart pose. What in the world did I do? Okay. I just twisted it around in a weird way when I was trying to get this hand on. But yep. Her soda and her chips. Her Doritos. Because that's just what she's known for. Yep. And also notice the bag. You can readjust the position of the bag too, which is nice. Yeah, the bag can spin on the peg it's on the hand. So that can help with posing depending on how you want to pose it. So there you go. See, now she has her Doritos. She's ready to go. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward. You got this, you know, needs 2 faces, which can help a lot. You got the gum, bunch of hands, the stand, everything. It's really nice. And it's also much more posable than this typical Nendo. So that's another thing. I'm not sure if Blizzard insisted on that or what. But yeah, it's got more posability than typical Nendo. You got a lot of different poses you can do. It's a nice little Nendo. I like it. If you like Overwatch and you like D.Va, kind of a no-brainer. Hopefully they actually do a Figma. And of course, if they do a Figma, I'd actually hope somehow that even if it's just like a deluxe version, that they actually do the actual full mecha, which would be crazy expensive, but kind of cool to have. Who knows? But yeah, I like it. I recommend it. It's a nice little figure. It's a nice little Nendo. It's easily attainable in America because Overwatch is a big thing still. About $50 or so. Worth it. If you like a little... If she's your main or whatever, go for it. Or you just like D.Va. She's a good one. Just a little bit of sloppy paint on her, I think, of mine. But that's it. It's good. Pick it up. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this or found it informative. And I should see you next time with another video review.